Seeking knowledge, I started really looking at prayers specifically and tried to understand. And I went back to the religion of my father and to the church and really tried to understand and grasp how to pray and how to connect with God. Thus learning that actually what I was praying to was maybe Jesus. And
well, you know, like for example, you said you were praying to Jesus. Was it like by default, or is that something because it was the household that you grew up in?
It was by default. I always used to wear a cross on my neck, so I was always kind of conscious of God. But then when I was told that, you know, like God and Jesus are the same and they're one, then my mind started to trigger, and I was I was losing faith because I wasn't getting anywhere, and it really it hurt me. Do you understand? Like it was deep. And so from there I started to seek some knowledge, and even still it was just difficult for me to understand, but I wanted to understand, so I took time out. I put in some effort and care and attention.
What did you start reading? Or
I started reading a little bit more, and then
what were you reading at this time?
I was reading the Bible. I was reading, you know, trying to work it out from far back.
From like outside the box type of thing. Okay.
Not only that, I was also like trying to study a spiritual way as well.
How do you mean?
And just like what happens to the body and how to explain a soul, etc. And anything kind of death related or near death related or after post death related, everything like that. Like spiritually, I was just trying to understand, you know, what happens to us, you know, and like what is next. And because I had this, you know, this difficulty in understanding how to pray to God, but then referring to Jesus as well, then I obviously went over to the spiritual side and tried to really.
So you were just basically just trying to find a route.
I was trying to find.
So where did you end up?
Well, to be honest, I ended up in a difficult situation at my flat where I was in Sujood.
Continue whenever you feel ready, inshallah.
So I was in sujood, but I didn't know it was sujood at the time. But my head was on the floor and I was pleading for mercy. I was pleading for mercy because I couldn't understand why I wasn't happy.
SubhanAllah.
I couldn't understand why that wasn't fulfilled, that wasn't content. And only till after, when I spoke to someone that was close to me about Islam, and he came to me and he told me how he prays and how he puts his head on the floor.
SubhanAllah.
And he prays to God, that I then understood that part of the Islam was where I could find some peace.
SubhanAllah. So then what did you start looking to Islam at this stage in your life?
So I started looking and reading over bits about the Quran and bits about Islam and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And only from really gathering an understanding from the Islam was I then able to kind of piece together this puzzle that I was missing internally. And from seeing the brotherhood so tight and visually seeing it